7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
All right, we live from the car.
What's good? Welcome to the Naughty Doctors podcast.
Hell yeah.
I'm Dave Caggiano.
I'm Dan Reardon.
You know what it is.
Fresh off pulling out of the parking lot from a show. We live from the show, basically.
Baby, Marlboro, Massachusetts, dude. We hit the big time.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Nardizzi just texted me.
That's good.
He's like, I heard Reardon told a bunch of suicide jokes.
Bro, that was
That was wild,
that
dude.
was wild.
This is good to, was show okay? I'm not texting him back right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul, I'm driving. I got a podcast.
Can't text you back. We're recording a pod from the car. That was something.
Oh, that was something, all right.
What do you want to get into it? Do you want
Yeah.
to do the dates, or what do you want to do?
Oh, yeah, all right. Real quick. Just, by the time this comes out, it'll probably be sold out. But March 1st, Privé in North Andover. Hand-picked lineup. If you go to Privé Lounge, Google that, go to their website. They have a link for the comedy show on there. You get dinner and show. So that's our big thing. And then we're doing one, if you don't get tickets to that, we're doing one in April. So keep an eye out for that.
They sold half the tickets like within 6 hours.
Literally before we even
opening.
posted the link.
So get those ASAP. It's going to be the next edition of the Naughty Doctors comedy brand. So,
all right, what's good?
What's good? We just did a show. Brewery show in Marlboro. It was we're both doing 20 minutes, which that's big.
That's big time for us.
It's a big time for us. It's
can't wait till we're looking back on this years from now.
We're the first time we did 20.
Yeah, and we thought it was a big deal. We thought it was big time.
Yeah, so I don't know. Just set the scene. It was in a brewery, so I don't know. You know how breweries are. It's got big,
you guys know. You booze bags know how breweries are. Our listeners.
Big bright room. Kind of.
Bro, that was so. Bro, that was so funny. Oh my god, that was good. It was a good show.
No, it was a good
fun.
show. It was a good experience.
It was a good show. It was fun. Got a little dark once you broke out your fucking suicide material.
Yeah, I did. The problem with 20 minutes is
you gotta
pull out all the stuffs, all the material, and I spent more time doing the timing than the kind of the order of the jokes and how if I was gonna dig myself a fucking hole, strapping together too many. I think I had about 10 questionable topics in a row there, so I didn't think that through. Started pretty good. Got the crowd going a little bit.
Bro, that was so fucking funny.
And
dude.
then
there was just like a middle chunk of it was like honestly they were on board with the painkiller shit.
Yeah, that was fun.
I don't know.
It got
Giancarlo thought it was funny. It was funny.
Yeah, dude. So.
And then the suicide.
Yeah, I went to suicide, and then honestly, that was the lightest of the topics.
You're like, all right, listen, everyone, stay with
me on this one.
Do you guys have electric vehicles? And everyone's like, yeah. We're with you. Where could this possibly go?
How could this go
wrong? Like, good for the environment, not good for garage suicide. Everyone's like,
what?
It's just like everyone. It was just like a suicide fundraiser.
Yeah, dude, that's what it felt like.
Oh,
I mean,
so
dude,
funny.
not the problem with the room, but just like it's one of those rooms where like there's so many people that's like there's a front half of the room, there's a middle of the room, there's a back of the room, and like you can see it was a pretty well lit room. You can see people laughing like to themselves or like to their tables.
Yeah,
but it's not that setup where
you can hear them.
You're not getting like that big like small room.
Also, the problem was like all the young people were in the back and like separated, and then like everyone up front was like at least in their 40s
or 50s, dude. There were a couple guys looked like they just fucking came right from the office,
literally
dragged there by their wives. Like,
oh yeah, the fucking plaid shirt
those
dude
guys
and
just
the white
didn't want
shirt
to
dude.
be there.
Yeah, that guy was literally rubbing. fucking Giancarlo was up there like doing really well, and he was just like sitting like rubbing his eyes.
Like, when the fuck is this over?
Yeah, it's like, oh Jesus.
So anyway, it was.
But it was still good. It was fun.
Yeah, dude, it was a fun experience. 20 minutes. It feels good to just do it.
Yeah, because you're like, okay, I can get. Although I did. Thank God so fucking Reardon was gonna open, and then I was gonna go, and then Giancarlo.
So just Giancarlo Biotino or
Dude,
something.
I mean, I'm Italian. I should know his fucking last name. It's insane. I felt so bad. But yeah, and then I switched and opened, and thank God I did, because I was like, well, I'll open with some like crowd work and like hosty type shit.
Yeah.
And thank God I did, because that barely got me. I hit 20 minutes like on the fucking nose.
With like 5 of crowd work, probably.
Yeah, like a good at least like 3 or 4 of crowd work.
Dude, and we should preface this by saying this is kind of a weird show in terms of, like, there was no host.
Yeah, no host.
Which
yeah,
is like, it makes it a little bit, the audience experience is a little bit like, what's happening?
If you're not a comedian, a standard show is like a host, and they'll do like between 7 to 10, and then an opener, which is like whatever, usually 10 to 12. And then like a feature act, which is like usually 20, and then the headliner, which is like anywhere between 40 and an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all like depending on the show. But this was just 3 people doing 20 minutes each with no, like, that's it. It was just 3 dudes.
Back to back to back, 20.
Yeah.
No like break, no host to like cut the attention after everybody.
And thank God that you brought me up at the very beginning, so like.
Yeah, we're trying to make it a little bit kind of real. But.
And if I didn't open with crowd work, it would have been like, it would have been 10 minutes before like I got a laugh, because everyone would have been like, oh, he's a comedian.
Yeah, is he hosting? Is it? So
that's the thing you don't realize. Like, people that go to comedy shows, like, if you don't introduce the host as a comedian, kind of, or like, you gotta set the tone that they are also a comic, because people just think that the guy's just talking.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
This guy work here. He's just like facilitating the show. Or whatever.
They're like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to laugh at this. You know what I mean? It's just to them, it's just a guy telling you about their life.
It was kind of weird too, because I like brought you up, but I was in my head, I'm used to saying like, and I'm gonna bring up your host for the.
Oh, true.
I had to be like, oh.
What did you say? Like,
I said I'm gonna bring up your first comedian.
Yeah, that was.
Which
clutch.
is also kind of like, I'm introducing the show, and then I'm bringing up the first comedian. And so I don't even know if the audience notices or not, but it's like, there's kind of a massive gap when there's no host.
Yeah, no, there is. I know.
And it just, dude, the host, like, it just could do a couple, even not just like a minute between, and just kind of reset the room.
Yeah.
Especially whenever, like, the 2020 is like, sometimes you need a little, like, break there, but.
Dude, I'll say that was like it was like a good scenario to do 20 minutes for the first time, and also a bad scenario. Like, it was low stakes because it's like a brewery.
For sure, yeah.
And like out in the middle, we're in Marlboro, fucking Mass. Like, I don't even know what they have here besides heroin.
We're probably never going to be back in Marlboro.
No.
For being honest, so.
Unless it's for a comedy show.
Yeah, unless for a comedy show.
And then like, so it's good. It's like low stakes in that sense. It also, but is bad in the sense that like the room isn't conducive to do 20 minutes.
Right, especially
You know
for
what I mean?
at our level,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, and I don't know. I don't really. I take away good things from tonight. Like,
Focus on the positives.
focus on the positives. So focus on the positives for sure. But yeah, I mean, the downside is you don't get any confidence in your 20.
That's
in a room like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was overall good though.
But I think that you can get the same. There's the same takeaway that you get from open mics is like, if you can get the like comics to laugh at an open mic, you're like, oh, this is a good joke. Because comics don't want to laugh at anything. They've heard thousands of hours of terrible comedy. Like, they're just over it. And same thing in this. Like, if you can get laughs in that environment, like, you're okay, this is a good joke. This is like solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And you gotta also remember, like, making like the whole room laugh it's kind of like a bonus almost.
Yeah.
When it's like, but I'm looking around, and it's like there's pockets of people that are obviously like they're down, even the dark shit, they're down for it. So it's like, if there's enough of those people that are like, all right, they like, these people hated it, these people are like whatever, but there was like a chunk of people that were like, the laughs weren't carrying, but they were like, all right, they're down for my comedy. So it's not like, it's not a lot. It's not like, fuck, I gotta go back to the drawing board and start over. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Which, you know, some of those I probably should have.
No, you made a good point though. You're like, the order you realize how important like the order of your jokes is.
Yeah, I put
You know
no
what I
thought
mean?
into that, and I fucked myself because
Yeah.
I lost them on dark, and then I was like, well, it's all down. The next 9 jokes.
Yeah, because you're like I lost my dark shit, and I'm like halfway through my set.
Yeah, and the rest of it doesn't get any lighter. So.
Yeah, which was you literally said that. It was so funny. I was fucking dying laughing, dude. That was so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started with like all my clean shit, and then just like warm. But there's also the downside of that is like, say you do all your clean shit and like they like you for that.
Right.
It's like, and then all of a sudden you start getting to like more, whatever. I have like dirtier stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a weird change up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then
It's
like,
like
wait,
transition to
what
it.
happened? Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Yeah, you front load with clean, end with dirt, and then it's like,
Yeah.
it's got, I don't know, just more balance.
Yeah.
Probably in the set.
I ended
the
with
set
that bit
list.
about my grandmother. I was like, I gotta be likable
Yeah.
at the very end,
Yeah,
no
right.
matter what. It's not like the best bit in the world, but it's just likable. So it's like at least I'll end on a positive note.
Yeah, dude, I keep fucking myself on the. I keep
What?
on the.
What did you end on?
Dude, I've noticed this recently. I got 2 jokes that I do back to back to end with usually, and one of the second to last one has been getting big laughs recently.
Yeah.
So I do that. and
What's
then
that?
It's
Which bit is it?
just the dick joke, the stupid
Oh,
fucking
rectangle?
square dick joke. Yeah,
Yeah.
rectangle dick joke.
Classic
Classic
Reardon.
Reardon joke. So I mean, that's always been pretty funny. People laugh at that usually.
Yeah,
but
which is funny because that's like one of the first jokes. Isn't that one?
dude, that's one of like my oldest.
I think I'd be your.
it could be the oldest joke I have.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It always works. Always gets a big laugh, and then just because I really haven't done any like set adjustment planning or anything. I always end on the same joke, and I always get a big laugh on it's the dog joke where it's like fuck your bed.
Yeah, bet
fuck
for the
my
whole
bed,
party. Yeah.
That always gets a big laugh, and then there's always a big risk because the third part of that joke,
The heroin part.
the heroin addict part.
Oh, that's a huge risk.
That's a huge risk because that either fucking crushes or people are like, what?
Yeah. You know what I would say is that you should have made a read in that room that they were not liking.
I should have. I should have just fucking. I
don't even know if I think I intentionally stayed away from any sort of like heroin, because I've made that mistake before. I've done shows in like Lynn and all sorts of stuff where it's like
It's a big part
you
of
like
the culture.
shit on heroin. Like Giancarlo, like that fucking joke that he has about fentanyl is like hilarious.
Fenton's a motherfucker. And,
Yeah.
and they kind of just went silent for a couple seconds there.
It's like this crowd, every group in this crowd knows at least one person that overdosed and died on fentanyl.
Yeah. So
You know what I mean?
I probably should have done the dick joke, pulled the cord, and got the fuck out of there. But
Yeah.
I didn't. Again, I just didn't.
My God, you just ripped that
I
material,
just ripped
baby.
that material. So I went for it, and the dog fuck the bed thing actually got a big laugh. Another opportunity to just fucking pull the plug and end it.
But we always want more,
I
baby.
always
Like,
want more.
That's the problem. That's like the difference between. I think I was talking to like Peter Martin one time, and he was like, I was like, do you plan out your set or whatever? And he basically was like, I'm pretty sure it was him I was talking to. He's basically like, I kind of just like start doing my stuff and I see what they react to in the
Yeah.
first half, and then the second half is like dependent on, and that's fucking levels above what we can do.
We're not even
But it's a
close.
good idea to keep in your mind, like, okay, they're not gonna like this. Like, let me adjust the end of my set towards what they're liking.
Exactly, yeah. And I had 2 opportunities to do that, and I fucking blew
He
it
said, "Nah, I'm sticking to the
right
script."
through that fucking stop sign, and
Reardon's a big stick to the
stick
script
to the
guy.
script. If you hate me, fine, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Someone in that crowd like that.
Oh
at
yeah,
closer.
yeah. Oh, dude, for sure. I'm like I was saying, the young people in the back, the younger couples,
Yeah.
they were loving it.
So
You just couldn't hear them from the stage.
yeah, that makes me feel good.
Oh my god.
Whatever, dude. Anyway, that
Oh.
was good.
Funny. That was so fucking funny. Yeah, it was a good night overall.
It's always a good night.
Yeah.
Gotta set it.
Yeah. And we like went into it being like, there is going to be stretches in this 20 minutes.
Oh, for sure.
Where we're not doing well. Like, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
You just gotta like accept it going into it and then like not care about it.
Yeah, dude.
while
I
you're
think
up
I'm better now. I don't know if
Definitely.
you feel this way, but I feel like I'm better now at like if a couple years ago, if something wasn't going well, I'd like panic, but fuck, I'd start stuttering, whatever. And now I can just like whatever, just push through, finish the material.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, it is nice when you go up there. Like I went up there and I was like, I have no idea how this is gonna go or like whatever. And then like it's nice when you get your first big laugh and you're like, okay,
all right, I can do at least.
I did, like you don't even up until because I went first. Like up until I got my first big laugh, like you don't even know if this crowd is like capable of like a big laugh.
Yeah, dude,
from our level, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I'm sure they are, but like you don't know if. I guess the better term is like better way to put it is like I don't know if I'm capable of making this crowd laugh. You know?
Yeah, dude, and that's like the next level thing is like. Can you go in, because we can go into like a packed bar in Boston and you generally, most of your shit works and you can get some big laughs, but like, can you walk into any room
right
and like do that next level stuff?
Bro, that's literally, I mean, we talk about it all the time. It's like when we were down in Austin and we were in the worst show of all time. Well, no offense to anyone that booked us on the show and like the show itself, but like just wasn't a good room that night at like City Limits in Austin.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, that's gotta be one of the worst shows I've ever been on.
Not gonna lie,
it
is that set still like, I still
when you're laying in bed,
I still wake up with cold sweats thinking about that set. But
brutal.
It was fucking brutal. And you know what? And then you look back, but you learn from it. Like I learned a lot from that. It's like don't fucking attack the crowd and don't call some lady fat.
And then their table, one of the two tables that was in there just walks.
Yeah, like that's on me. Like you learn from that. Yeah. That lady was a casualty of war. You know what I mean?
Is what it is.
Yeah. And what I was saying is like you see like every single comic go up and fucking eat dick. I mean, there was that Asian dude from LA.
Oh yeah, he's like Yoshi.
Yoshi, yeah. He's a
legit dude.
He's a legit dude. He was hammered on that show. He was fucking blind drunk. Dude.
He was blind drunk.
He was fucking blind drunk. I mean, it was bad before that, and then you know what? I guess he's probably like, you know what? I've been doing this for so long. This room's so shitty. He's so in the dumps.
Yeah,
he's like, fuck it, I'm getting blackout drunk, so I don't remember this. And then he got up there and fucking ate a dick, and he's just what it is. And then fucking Darius Bennett gets up there. Look up if you're listening to this podcast, go look up Darius Bennett. Go find his Instagram.
One of the most impressive things I've ever seen.
Yeah, he gets up there in one of the worst rooms I've ever done comedy in.
We're talking like 7 comics in a row, like legitimately 0 laughs.
0 laughs, like everyone trying their best. And he got up there and fucking like first 3 minutes it was like, not much laughter, but he's like confident, he's chilling, like confident black dude. Energy, and he just like slowly fucking built. And then by the end of his set, he had people like coming in to fucking listen. He was just murdering.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And just like it's one of those comedy experiences that's like reminds you that there's a million levels.
So
and wherever you think you are, you're not.
Yeah.
You're probably not.
Dude, as far as like comedy experiences go, like it was like that, and when we went to New York and like did that Penthouse show, or when we went and watched, there was like 2 big experiences where I was like, okay, like the first one, that one, I was like, okay, there's really fucking levels to this. And then the Penthouse one was like, there's levels and it's like attainable. Like these dudes are all down to do comedy.
Yeah.
Be funny,
Yeah. So, that's what we were saying in terms of like, can you go into at least I'm still at the stage where it's like I go in the room, I rely on my material. I'm not doing any kind of like mid-set evaluation, like what's working, what's not working. I don't like walking in before the show, not really like sizing up the crowd. Like still at that stage of like hit the material. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So got to go back to the lab, try and figure out.
I don't know, dude. And it's like I would say like maybe try and like you can. It's not even like you can be like, oh, I'm gonna try and write clean material, because like you just write what you write.
Yeah, I don't. I could try that, and then maybe it would work sometimes. But it's not what I think's funny. It's not what I do. So what's no point in wasting time on
Exactly.
that. Never gonna be like a fucking
It won't matter in the long
corporate
run.
comic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh my god. That was a very funny experience. It was good. I'm glad we did it. It was a funny experience. It was fun.
yeah,
That dude Adam was mad nice that runs the brewery.
bro, that guy, he's living the fucking dream. He's like, first of all, he's like, I don't have fuck you money, but I just dropped $750K.
Yeah, it's like, bitch, what, dude?
What are you talking about?
He said that. I was like, I wanted to ask, like, because like we're trying to fucking put on these shows, and it's like this smallest. Literally, in terms of business, it's like as small as like a business can even be. It's not even a real business. It's just like, but I'm like, how? Like, do you have investors? Like, how do you get investors? Like, how do you fucking manage that? That's a fucking man. That's what I realized. Like, oh, I'm a fucking boy. I'm a child. You know what I mean? Like this guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, dude. We're pumped about this fucking show at Privé, which is awesome. Like, I'm pumped for it. But it's also like, then you look at just an average dude like that. And he's like, yeah, I have this big space. I have this fucking brewery. I started in my garage. I fucking epoxied all these tables myself. I built this floor with a drain. He's just like, dude,
Yeah,
you're a fucking man.
Yeah, he's like, I homebrewed for 20 years and decided to go pro. Dude, gotta be a couple $1 million invested in that fucking place.
Insane, dude.
I don't know what his idea of fuck you money is, but he's got some he's got to have some level of.
There's no way. Yeah, I mean, he said he owns most of the brewing equipment in that fucking place. So it's like he must
He
have.
paid cash for it. He must have paid out of pocket for it.
Yeah.
That's what, dude. That's wild. He's like, this fucking place. There's there's dartboards. He's like, I'm bringing in. I was gonna go for the 16-foot shuffleboard table. He's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna get the 22.
Yeah. Tackle Box Brewing.
Tackle Box
in Marlboro. Good beer. If you're a beer person, beer guy, fucking good beer. Really good beer. Like, I had a few of them. Or two. I had a blueberry one, very good, and then blonde ale.
We are dry.
Slugged. No, I had two. I had two beers. I had the blonde ale and the blueberry beer. Very good.
Yeah, I couldn't partake.
I know.
I think I got another couple weeks left.
Weeks, dude. Go months.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't be a pussy.
I know. I gotta be productive.
Yeah.
I got 2 bottles of fucking Jameson.
At least till we got a couple sketches out.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I gotta turn it. I don't know. Once it turns back on, who knows? Could be.
Who was I just talking about? You. I forget, dude. They're like, oh, how long's? They're like, is Dan sober? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. They're like, oh, that won't. They were like, that won't last. But I literally forget who it was. It might have been.
Most of it's someone we know.
Yeah, it was. It might have been Goldstein. I don't know. I don't want to call. It wasn't Goldstein. I don't know. Oh shit, we're mad close to fucking Boston.
Yeah, we're getting Waltham.
Why did it take so long to fucking get there?
I don't know, dude. Yeah, we're like in Waltham.
We're in Waltham.
Yeah, we're close.
Dude, I feel like we went around the world to get to Marlboro. I didn't know Marlboro was that close.
Yeah.
Oh, shut my GPS off. Yeah.
Well, whoever that was, probably right.
So, yeah, that's about it. That was the fucking night, dude. What else? Didn't you want to talk about something else? I forgot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Last day of work today.
Oh, nice.
New job. But dude, the funny thing. So, I started comedy 3 years ago. I've been in this job for like 4.5. So obviously, I took the approach of not telling anybody at work I do comedy, which is probably the best.
They're pretty close, dude. What's up with people that tell every single person they fucking work with? And it's always like the 3-week open micers where they're like, like I have a bunch of people I have people from work coming out to this open mic. It's like, what are you doing?
Work people coming out to the fucking Middle East on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But whatever. Do what you want to do. I tried to keep that as secret as long as possible. And I don't know, dude, Instagram, whatever. Eventually it got out. And dude, so people at work are always like, once they find something like that out, it's over. They're every time you talk to them, say, hey, you're a comedian, tell us a joke, this and that. And like, I'm always trying to like, nah, don't, whatever.
Yeah, obviously.
And
because people don't get,
dude, they don't get it. And I tried to explain that. So, long story short, my boss was like, hey man, it's your last week. We're gonna do a meet, kind of like a get together, end of the day.
Are you like a fucking big dude? Like, you like a well-known dude at work? Does everyone like you? You know what
I mean, yeah, I've been there for so long. There's been a lot
You're
of
like a
people in and out, so I'm like, I've just been there a while, so everyone kind of knows who I am. But
Oh yeah, you're a fucking
and,
stud at
hey,
the job.
not a big deal. So whatever. Like your last day afternoon, we'll just do like get it. Whoever wants to show up, we'll do a little whatever. See you later, Dan party thing. Sort of
Okay.
thing. All right. I'm like, all right, cool. And he's like, you know, man, I never asked, I never pushed you for this. I knew you did comedy. I always kept my mouth shut. You know, the last year that I've known you, and but I gotta ask, can we get some comedy in the going away meeting?
Let's go, dude.
And, you know, from my point, it's like, you know what, fuck it. My last day. I'm, you know, more or less not going to see a lot of these
You
people
just start
again.
telling them your fucking suicide jokes.
So that's
You just rip the fucking dirtiest
dude,
material
that,
you can.
That's the problem. I was like,
You don't have any office appropriate material.
have.
You're like, okay, on the last day, I'm gonna show these people who the fuck I really am.
yeah, dude, my like lightest joke is barely corporate appropriate.
Oh shit! Hang on.
Action camera. Hard
bad. That came up
corner on
quick.
the exit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was cool. It's the GoPro,
Yeah, that's what it's for.
built for the wild.
Just fucking, dude. Honestly, if we die, this podcast would be fucking
gonna go.
viral, dude.
Yeah, Maddie,
Maddie.
clean up on the
Dude,
residuals.
yeah, Maddie, monetize this shit.
Yeah, so whatever. Beginning of the week, my boss is like, "Can you do it for us, man?" And I was like, "You know what? I'll do it." Just full blown knowing I can't do any of my real material.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta write some like company specific, just kind of like inside jokes, roast a couple people, whatever.
In a day, you were gonna had to do this?
Well, dude, I had.
Like
He asked me on like Tuesday,
Oh.
and but I didn't do shit.
Oh my god, you did this? I would just refuse.
I know. I should have said no. It ended up being fine, but I was like, I did. It's the classic.
Oh, Reardon, dude, what are you doing, dude?
It's the classic.
I thought he was like at the meeting. He's like, you want to like at the little party.
Oh,
He's
bro,
like,
this was
Oh
premeditated.
no, dude, no! What are you doing, dude?
I know. This is a classic. You got to start saying no situation.
All right. Yeah.
So, of course, I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll do it. We had the busiest fucking week I've ever had that place. We got to transition all our stuff or whatever. So I'm like, I don't look at it until last night. So I'm sitting, it's like, I come home from wherever I was at, and I'm like, fuck, I got to start, first of all, I got this show hanging over my head.
Yeah, where it's like you have to really.
This is a real show. So I got that in my back pocket. I'm like, I gotta fucking prepare for the Marlboro show, and then I've also promised to do comedy. And dude, he sends out the meeting invite, and it's not like Dan going away, Dan this and that. He sends out the meeting invite as Dan Comedy Hour.
No hour,
Yeah,
dude.
bro. I was like, dude.
Dude, imagine if you did your first 20 minutes tonight, but then you did an hour last. We're like on the way to the gig. I'm like, dude, our first 20 minutes is pretty sick. And then you're like, I actually did a fucking hour
Did an
last
hour
night.
at work today. So, dude, I'm sitting there last night. I'm like, I'm trying to do double task. I'm like, I got to prepare for this show.
Yeah.
I get that done. And then I'm like, all right, I got to start writing some work material for tomorrow. It's like, dude, people are fucking, there's like 25 people on this invite. And I'm like,
It's a fucking stellar crowd, dude. Packed house.
If I wanted to say no, the time had passed. I was locked in.
Yeah, true.
I had to do it.
The Dan Reardon Comedy Hour, dude.
I mean, I still can't fucking believe that's what the fucking pressure was on. As I was
Just like, fuck you, you're cool.
But I finished my shift last night, and I'm like, I'm sitting in front of my computer, and I'm like, this isn't gonna happen. Like, I get nothing. I'm like, I'm dead tired. I'm like, I'm just like, fuck it, I'll do it in the morning, which is classic. You never
Literally.
do anything.
God, that brings me back to high school.
Dude, I love it. I was
Doing homework on the bus.
That's exactly what I thought of today. I was like, back in high school and college, there were so many kids in college that would just be like, it's a massive project to do tomorrow. And they're like,
Yeah.
you know what, I'm just going to wake up at 5 and do it. And they would do it.
I know. I was one of them. That was
You
me.
were one of them?
That was me, dude.
I would say,
yeah.
I'd do the same thing. I'd be like, I'm just going to wake up at 5 and do it. And I just wouldn't get up at 5.
Or just get someone to send me their fucking lab
Yeah,
report.
or just
and
like
everything.
half-assed, just do the bare minimum.
Jesus Christ,
But
yeah.
so I'm like, fuck, I gotta write this work comedy thing. I was just gonna get up and whatever and do it tomorrow. But I got up and I did it. Dude, sometimes, because I hate school. I couldn't do it for school. But when it's the pressure's on for comedy,
yeah.
like, all right, I can do
because
it.
it's real. Like, you're like, I'm gonna stand up there. I'm gonna stand up in front of these people. And like, I work with these people. Like, I can't succeed.
It's not like a school assignment. It's in my control. I want to put out a good product. I like comedy. Whatever.
A good
if
product.
You can call this comedy. Yeah, that's the word. Fucking, I can put out a good product. Work.
Dude, this is 2 shows in a row now with no host, no nothing, dude. You're just fucking solo out there, bro.
I'm just out there and I'm fucking blowing in the wind. No one's gives a shit. But so I end up writing like, I don't know, 5 minutes of like inside
roast
joke work, some roast stuff.
That's funny though. Yeah, that's good.
And
that shit usually can't fail.
Oh, dude, and we're talking about like, when you talk about a work audience,
I know.
The bar for comedy in an office environment is so fucking low.
Yeah.
Because like everyone, 24/7, everyone's always like...
you're used to doing open mics in front of other comics who have heard so many jokes, and like, so it needs to be so good to get a laugh. Like, that's what your baseline is. Yeah. So these people like fucking don't have any... They watch fucking like New Girl and think it's the shit, which probably is a good show. Dude, but like, they watch, you know what I mean?
Yeah. These people that spend all day in a corporate setting, it's like... You can't tell anything even close to off color. So whatever.
So if you say anything, they just
anything remotely actually funny, it's like you get it. You know, you can be crushed. So I logged on and they did a little intro, and I was just fucking.
Wait, it was Zoom?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you're a Zoom comic.
Even worse. I'm a Zoom comic.
You're a fucking Zoom comic.
That's exactly what I was like. I've done Zoom shows. They fucking suck. This isn't gonna work. But luckily,
people are fucking going nuts. It's just closing their laptop.
It was
spazzing. Running around their bedroom.
It went, whatever. It went fine, and then so obviously everyone's got the follow-up question. So, tell us about comedy, Dan. Tell us about this and that. And I had to explain to them. I was like, guys, you gotta understand, like, there's a reason. Like, I've always tried to keep this separate from work, and it has nothing to do with the material. Like, I never thought I was gonna get in trouble for it. Like, it has nothing to do with that. I was like, I'm trying to keep this for my first couple of years. I was trying to keep this separate from work because you don't want to see this.
Yeah.
You got like people that don't understand comedy. They don't understand. Like, they just stand-up comedy. No, Netflix. This guy I know. Like, dude, you guys have no idea. How like
they'd be like, we're gonna see Dan do some skits, like that's what Dan, how do you come up? That's always the question. How do you come up with your skits? You're like, if you ask that question, you don't know, like you don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
You don't want to see this shit because that you're not. It's like.
It's never.
I can't even equate it to anything like
because that just shows they're not even like a base level. They have no exposure.
No base. They don't watch podcasts.
Even like top level comedy. Like just to not know it's called a bit.
Yeah,
like you know nothing,
dude. I know comic. I know someone though. We know someone that still like doesn't know it's called bits. That does comedy.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
But like, holy
guess who it is.
You probably could.
Yeah, so, dude, I was just, like, telling them, like, guys, and of course, now I'm leaving. I'm like, come fucking follow me on Instagram. Come see me in shows.
Right.
Whatever, it is what it is. But I was like...
trying to get the follower count up.
I was like, plugging the podcast.
Naughty Doctors, Spotify,
I run a couple shows now. But, dude, I was just trying to give them the background. Like, the reason I would fucking never broadcasted this is because, years 1 and 2, even still today, it's... The level of comedy I'm doing, it's just chaos. It's like there's insane people.
It's so up and down. That's what I was like. That was the thing in my fucking last relationship. It's like, it's not that I didn't want her to come see. She was like upset that I wouldn't let her come see comedy. It's just like, I'll let you. Like, it's eventually, but like I gotta figure this out first. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like I need to get to a baseline level where I'm comfortable with what I'm doing myself before you guys. Let you guys in on this.
It's like oh, you gotta. They think like, oh, you're a cyclist, like you get a cycling race coming. It's like I'm just learning how to ride a bicycle.
Ride a bike,
That's the level in the grand scheme of things. Like that's the level.
Exactly.
So it's fucking. You don't want anyone to fucking watch you. Let me get the training wheels off before you come and watch me.
At least.
Yeah.
Like, even now, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, now it's like barely, we're like just at the level, like I'll let people come and see me now, maybe.
Yeah, and
You know
like,
what I
it's still, there's a fucking coin flip chance it's going to go horrifically wrong.
Right, like
so.
you could be at a brewery in Marlboro telling
You
suicide.
could be trying to do 20 minutes that don't actually have. Yeah,
I would never let. Did you ever hear Burr has some story about how it was like one of his earlier headlining gigs in Las Vegas, and he brought some chick out to Vegas to fucking watch him, and he like ate the most horrific dick in front of this girl, and then like to the point where like the manager, I think like the next night he came back and the club manager was like, hey, like we're gonna move you down to the feature spot. Like,
oh my God.
and like we're not someone else headline.
Mid-weekend, dude.
Yeah.
That's gotta be. Good, even at that level.
I can't wait till that happens to
that
us.
level.
It's gonna be so funny.
Dude, well, you hear about, you listen to enough podcasts, you hear some of these guys talk about, like, all they do is headline now, and they're like,
Yeah.
I ate a fat fucking cock
Yeah.
for 45 minutes straight.
Yeah.
I was they sold tickets with my name on them, and
Yeah. But I always think like, okay, like what's eating a dick?
I
to
know,
them?
is that,
You know what I mean?
is that, who knows what that
Them
means.
bombing is like, what's their standard for bombing?
Right.
You know, it's probably not the same as ours. But yeah, you're right. It's like,
Can you imagine bombing for fucking 40 minutes?
yeah, it must be brutal when you're at one of the hardest points in comedy must be when you're like newly headlining and you have a feature act that's that's
Yeah.
under you that's really strong, and they have like a fucking sick 20 minutes, and then you're up there like you're just getting to 40.
Yeah, when it's like
45.
This guy could probably, you could probably switch us out for each other. This guy could probably
Right, like, yeah.
headline, like maybe
Yeah.
you're a little bit more prepared for it.
Oh
But,
my god, that must be brutal, dude. That's
but that's like the next, that's the next level of problems where you're like,
yeah.
now I got to worry about this, and like, but then that makes you better, I guess, if you're a headliner.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you just have to be.
You just got to be better than the feature.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't start fucking headlining before you're ready. All these
A
fucking
lot of that
idiots.
going around,
All
Boston.
these fucking idiots. Oh, my first headlining gig. It's like, dude, you're not.
You're not like,
It's not a headliner.
but dude, those people are fucking delusional.
Yeah. No shit. Oh god, that's so good, dude. That's so fucking funny. Well, so it went well, and then whatever.
Yeah, it was fine. It was as good as it could.
Yeah. Did you do any actual material, or did you just do like roast jokes of the?
No, dude. I like roasted the company. Just some stuff that like everyone kind of knew the references.
It's smart to not do any real material.
Dude, dude, the only thing forcing me to write company material, I had to do something. So
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
just said fuck it, I'm gonna go in and just do. I would have had to do. I would have had nothing else. They were.
But
I
material.
agreed to it.
Oh my god,
had
that would
to.
have been a nightmare. I thought that's what you did. I thought that's what you were gonna do.
Oh, dude. I was afraid they were gonna be like, all right, you got any? Let's hear some of your nuns.
No,
you know.
no. But they don't know.
I had
no one
I
knows.
had like a couple queued up, and I was gonna tell them up front. I was like, guys, if you want me to do this, this is gonna get dark quick. So
Yeah.
I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable.
Dogs are like heroin addicts,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, guys?
Yeah,
Everyone's
it's
like,
like,
my son's on heroin.
yeah.
No, that could have gone.
Not at work.
It could have gone bad fast, dude. Really bad.
Yeah. So I don't know, dude. I'm starting a new job. I'm not one of those fucking. A lot of that going around too. Just it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work anymore.
I fucking hate that, dude. These people need fucking jobs. Dude, that kind of reminds me. So, fucking Arlington. Like, so I moved out of Somerville to Arlington like this summer, and every time I want to like not go to like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. I want to like go to like a local coffee shop, whatever. Every time I take a chance in Arlington and try to go to something like a local coffee shop or whatever, I just get fucked. I get like fucked 10 ways to Sunday, dude. It's literally insane. I went to one coffee shop a few months ago, and they fucking made me pay in Venmo because they wouldn't take debit cards,
Dude,
anything.
Venmo.
Dude, Venmo. I was like,
Jesus
what kind of business?
Christ.
And like, dude, I literally all I got was a fucking iced coffee, and it was crazy expensive. It was like literally like $7 for a coffee, and it was not good. And I had to I don't know what the fuck they were doing. It took them like 10 minutes for me to get a coffee. And then today I went to I'm like driving back from wherever, and I'm like, I'm hungry, I need a coffee. I'm like, there's like a Starbucks near my house, there's a deli I always go to near my house. I'm like, you know what? If I see something on the way, like maybe I'll stop. So I'm driving,
Yeah.
and there's literally a coffee shop and a deli next to each other on the way. I'm like, nice. I want a sandwich. I want a coffee.
There you go.
Try these new spots right here. Here we go. And I fucking pull over, and I go into the deli, and it's like Anthony's Deli. And I'm like, all right. And I walk in, dude. You know, right? It's like empty. It's like an empty fucking room. And there's like nothing in it at all. None of the meats are showing or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no. And there's a fucking, not whatever, but there's a fucking Indian dude with an accent behind the counter at the Italian.
Is that
deli.
Anthony?
Yeah, I mean, definitely not. He definitely just named it Anthony's to get people in, and it fucking worked. And I'm like, oh, this fucking sandwich is gonna suck. God damn it. Took a chance. Shouldn't have taken a chance. So I fucking tell him my order. I get an Italian. The menu's not even up on there's no menu. There's nothing there. It's literally a blank. It looks like a fucking Uber office.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. So I order a sandwich. I'm like, I'm gonna run next door and get coffee. I run next door and get coffee. It's the same fucking thing. It's like it's empty.
Yeah.
Like, what is with these fucking people?
At
Same-
lunchtime, it's just fucking.
Well, bro, no, I'm not even like the people that are in there. There's nothing in the room. It's like a blank room. It's like they just moved in, and they just started selling coffees and sandwiches next door. It's crazy. So I fucking order a coffee, and the girl, again, wicked expensive. Girl gives me I order a fucking iced coffee. Girl brings it out in a hot cup, and I'm like, oh, I ordered an iced coffee. And she's like, yeah, it's in there. She gave me a fucking hot cup.
A hot cup full of iced coffee.
Get it together, dude. If you're gonna be a fucking... Here's what I miss about Somerville. Somerville's like kind of bougie now, but like at least if you go to like an expensive coffee shop, it's gonna be good coffee.
It's worth it. It's worth what you're paying.
Yeah,
for.
and if you sit down, there's like the Diesel Cafe in Davis Square. Yeah, like if I would get like an iced Americano there and like sit and drink it, it'd be like in a glass thing. It'd be nice, good coffee. If you take it to go, like plastic cup, obviously. It's just like you're gonna be an expensive bougie coffee shop, and they give it to me in a fucking hot cup. This sucks.
Dude, iced coffee.
Piss me off.
Iced coffee's an experience.
It is.
I fucking love iced coffee.
Oh, dude, yeah, preach, dude. Preach.
I mean, hot coffee's an experience too, dude. Iced coffee is a fucking experience.
Yeah.
The plastic cup with the condensation on it, the ice is fucking clashing around.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, the thing
the ice, dude. Oh, biggest pet peeve is when I go to Dunks does this all the time. They won't give you enough ice in it. I need it.
Yeah.
I get it. You don't want too. I get it. Like people are like, oh, they're dripping you on coffee. I get that, but I need fucking full crunch ice.
You want that ice.
It's a feel, dude. It's a feel.
It's the feel.
I want to go like this. I want to swirl. I don't want to hear liquid. I want to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And dude, what they're doing, dude, part of the iced coffee experience is I like the flat cap with the fucking straw. A lot of these, you go to Starbucks now, they're giving you the.
I like the sip.
You like the sip?
I like the
Dude,
sip.
I'm a fucking classic. I like the straw, the fucking Kill the Turtles plastic straw.
Yeah, true.
And the sip. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a decent experience. I do like the sip.
I like
There's something
the sip.
about just having the fucking coffee in your hand,
Yeah.
with straw, and I don't know.
Yep. Dude, I don't know. Dunks is like the biggest chain fucking out here, and they still are like the most inconsistent coffees.
Dude, it is. I mean, change. I don't know how the fucking they've set the company up, but I mean, the inconsistency across.
It's crazy.
There's a Dunks on every fucking corner here, and the variance in the experience is so wildly different.
Variance in the experience, dude. Well,
There you go. There's a fucking shirt.
There's a shirt for it. There's a t-shirt. I'll let this fucking crack addict walk by. What's this lady doing out in the middle of the night?
Those are some wild boots.
She looks like a librarian. Yeah, dude. I don't... and it's like, it's variance within a single Dunkin' Donuts, too. It's not like you can go to a Dunks and be like, this is a good Dunks. It's like, you go to it sometimes and it's just trash.
Yeah, the same. You go the one day, it's great, whatever. They got everything right. You go the next day, it's fucking. You want to blow the place up.
Oh god,
dude. The one over here, the one in Charlestown, is the worst.
That one sucks. That one sucks. The one on McGrath in Broadway, that one sucks too. Usually, fucking brutal.
Probably
dude.
all suck.
They all suck. Fucking Dunks.
All right,
all right.
We're back. We're home. That was
what a night.
What a night. Solid experience.
Probably a shorter podcast than normal. Yeah, whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. March 1st, if there's still tickets, anyone that lives north of Boston, Andover, Privé Lounge, March 1st, go to their website, get tickets, and if not, you can go get ready for April. And then also, I, in April, am performing a weekend at a new comedy club that's opening up in Beverly. I know a lot of North Shore people will go to that and listen to this. So Beverly, Off Cabot, it's called. So keep an eye out for that.
It's going to be a hot new room.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. So I'm pumped for that.
And stay tuned. We got a sketch. We got a sketch in the works.
Sketch. It's all coming
We'll be
together.
dropping that at some point. And should we tease the website?
Yeah, we got a website in the works. It's gonna be naughtydocs.com. So just if you're with us now, hang with us because it's all gonna happen.
There's a lot of stuff coming.
Yeah, in the next month. So we're ramping up, dude.
Ramping up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week.
All right.
Later.
Peace out.